Hi everyone, I'm Dr. K with Active Care Products, makers of IntelliRoll's Firm and Flex, the world's first anatomically designed foam rollers. And I'm here today with mixed martial arts professional Brooksy Bayard. And today I want to talk to you about the significance of tight hamstrings on the effect on the back and its implications in low back pain. Okay? After we do that, we're going to show you how to release that area using the IntelliRoll easily and quickly, and then how to strengthen the core muscles to improve low back function. Okay? So for those of you who don't know, the hamstrings run from the sit bones, which is right in here, and they cross the knee joint where they attach at the tib and fib. Okay? Now, the hamstrings, go and turn back over, Brooksy. The hamstrings are commonly shortened from sitting. So any of you out there that are spending your day seated, because your knees are flexed, your hamstrings are shortening throughout the day. Now, the reason that's significant is because the hamstrings, because of their attachments here, I'm going to demonstrate, like my pants, they're going to pull the pelvis into a posterior tilt when they're shortened and tight. So what does that do? It limits our ability to move properly, particularly at the hip joint. So when we go into a squatting position, shortened hamstrings will cause the pelvis to tilt backwards and turn off the back muscles, thereby increasing the pressure on the discs of the low back. So hamstrings are really, really critical to keep nice and flexible. So we're going to demonstrate how to do that using the IntelliRoll. In this case, we're going to use the higher points on the IntelliRoll at the spine zone, which we generally use for the spine. But because it's difficult to get pressure on that area, when we go face down on the hamstrings, you're going to get more pressure. Now, Brooksy, turn around and we'll go ahead and show people that. So basically what she's going to do, when she's face down, she's going to go right on this area, and she's simply going to rock back and forth using the outer edge against her lateral hamstring, and then pivot back and forth like this. Very subtle movement that Brooksy calls the hail a cab technique, which she's going to demonstrate here now. All right, Brooksy. Okay, so now she's on the lower end. You want to get the entire hamstring. So she's going to demonstrate this technique, where she's going to pivot back and forth first, and then you can combine that with actually rolling up and down at the same time. So she's going to pivot in, go up, turn down, come back down, just like that, okay? So if you go up and then turn and come straight back on it, and then on the outer edge, and then straight back down, you're going to release that muscle really quickly. It takes only about 90 seconds. In fact, studies show that foam rolling is far more effective in elongating muscle than is static stretching. So we don't recommend static stretching anymore, and instead releasing by using the IntelliRoll in this case. Okay, so after we're done rolling it, that's going to release the pelvis. It's going to make it easier for us to recruit our core muscles. So we'll go right into a simple core exercise. Brooksy's going to start on her back. Core training is really all about getting the back and abdominal muscles to work together, because the core is really the back and abdominal muscles working together as a team to create a cylinder around the spine. So for that reason, we want a little bit of curve in the spine, nor arch nor flat, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate what we don't want. So go ahead and arch your back. That's not neutral, okay? Go ahead and press your back down against the spine. That's not neutral either. So all that flat back stuff, forget about it. The back muscles don't work that way. They work with a little bit of curve. So she's going to maintain a little curve. It's pretty much how you lay there naturally. And then she's going to activate the abdominal muscles by bracing, and bracing is like somebody's going to punch you in the stomach. So she's going to brace in there, and we're going to go right into a level 2 movement. Okay, actually, let's keep the pelvis down, Brooksy. We'll go into the 90-90s, so both knees up. So in that position, we're going to activate the abdominal muscles, and the entire premise of the exercise is not the leg movements, but keeping the focus on the abdominal muscles with a little bit of curve in the back to activate the entire complement isometrically. Isometric is without movement. And that's really the purpose of the core muscles. Endurance to protect our spine. So she's going to hold that position, simply extend one leg out at a time, okay? And this is really a more challenging movement than most people would know. If your back is arching, the weight of your leg is too much for your abdominal muscles. So to make it easier, you're going to plant both legs down, and you're going to simply extend one leg at a time and switch. Okay, so that's the easier version. In between that, she can go both legs up, just like that, and she can do touchdown. So just touchdown with one heel. Okay, so again, you guys, it's not about the movement of the legs, it's about focusing on maintaining a neutral spine position. That's a little bit of curve in the back, abdominal muscles engage, and then moving from there. We can also go into a bridge now, and with the bridge, we can use a band around her knees. Still using good old TheraBand. Okay, great products. Okay, she's gonna pull that apart, legs apart. That's gonna activate the glute medius and minor, and she's gonna lift her pelvis up from that position. It really creates a lot of nice pelvic stability. And from that position, if she wants to make it even a little bit harder, she can go up into a bridge, and from that position, extend one leg out at a time. Okay, so fantastic form. That's how you train the core. That's how you use the IntelliRoll to release the hamstrings. Combine the two for awesome outcomes for improving back function and increasing your endurance in your back and abdominal muscles.